Where did it all start? My life living and breathing dogs. Barney, definitely Barney. I've had dogs all of my life, but when I got Barney, he completely changed my world. He was a lovely little brown bundle of fun, and no real indications that he would change my life. He came, he spent the night, his first night in his bed, slept right through. No indications that there may be challenges ahead. As he got older, he got bolder, more adventurous. He was a very sociable dog. He would love to run up to people, love to run up to dogs, see everybody. And at the time, I didn't really think anything of that. I'd always had quite sociable dogs that, used to get on all the time with other dogs. Then one day, he was around 10 months, and he was attacked by a white German Shepherd. And looking back, I could have handled that situation really differently. But I'd never had a dog that had been attacked before. It wasn't a major attack. He'd been bit. There was no blood or anything, but it had happened. And then a few weeks later, a group of Springer Spaniels sort of ambushed him. And again, looking back, I could have handled that a lot differently. That would possibly might have helped him. I think he was always going to be an anxious dog. Looking at his personality, and as he grew up, there was always something there, and I just didn't have the knowledge at the time to know how to help Barney. And yes, I definitely made mistakes. Would Barney be a different dog that he is today? I don't know. I think possibly there might be some better ways I could have dealt with things that would have supported him, but he is what he is. I embarked on lots of training then. All sorts of different types of training, and that was when the agility bug kicked in. Barney was my first agility dog, and he did really well, but then he got to a point where I could see he was starting to get anxious about it. He wasn't really enjoying it, but I was. So that was when Harry came along. Totally different type of dog, absolutely lovely. We both idolised each other from the day we met, really. Harry, he is my number one dog. I love all my dogs, but Harry is my number one dog. But he came with challenges. And Harry, when I got Harry a few months into that, I realised I was struggling with my mental health. And I didn't do all of the training that Harry needed. He was a very high drive dog. And I focused on his agility training rather than looking at self-control training and, trying to help him be able to focus, be able to calm down. I enjoyed the agility training. That was helping me with my mental health struggles at the time, because it would mean that I would go out to see people, and we focused on that and his love of tunnels and all of the excitement that agility brought for him. But what it didn't help was the fact that when he did his agility, he was like a rocket going up into the air, but I hadn't actually learned the skills to bring that rocket back down again and calm down onto ground, which is what I didn't learn how to do. So these are the struggles that I'm having with Harry and Barney, and that's why I've took lots of training lessons. I've done loads of courses, read books, everything, because my first two dogs, yes, I've made mistakes. I admit that. Just because I didn't know how to deal with that, and I'd never had dogs like that I needed to deal with. And that's what I'm wanting to share in these videos, and that's what I'm wanting to get across. Not everybody knows how to deal with the dog. You may have this lovely bundle of fun that arrives as a puppy, and then something along the way changes, or maybe that dog's got something in its genetics that you weren't aware of that makes it a challenge. And I just wanted to do the videos to say that you're not alone if you think, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? Because I did feel that like that with Barney. I thought it was me. I thought it was my training. And yes, to a certain extent, it was due to my lack of knowledge of training. But there was also the fact that Barney had some needs that I didn't recognise immediately and was able to work with sooner, which may have helped him in the long run. And then, how old is Ivy now? Ivy is 4. Ivy, I've done everything right with Ivy. She is a very sensitive dog, but we went through all of the correct stages of, teaching her self-control, teaching her how to walk on the lead, teaching her recall. She also does agility. She is sensitive, so I've learned how to work with that and to build her confidence up. And now sometimes she's probably little bit too confident, but she's Ivy is what I would call my perfect dog. She is amazing. So these videos are real. They're showing you my struggles on how I'm trying to train Barney and Harry now at a later stage in life, because I've got all this knowledge, this experience. I've learned what I need to do, and it's to show that you're not alone when you're trying to train your dog and you think, what am I doing wrong? It's me. It isn't you. It's just you probably haven't got the knowledge or the experience to know how to deal with that. And hopefully these videos will help. And they're in real life situations. Things always don't go according to plan. When you have got dogs like Harry and Barney, they do get excitable, they do get frustrated, and it's showing you how to work through those stages of training that you have to deal with in the real world. Dogs aren't perfect. We're not perfect. Things happen, life happens, and these videos I hope will help you just work through that training and offer you the support and let you know that you're not alone. Things do go wrong, but there's always something that we can do. And at the end of the day, let's just enjoy our dogs and do the best that we can by them and help your dog live its best life.